When you least expect it, it will happen. You need to act as if it was already done. If your conviction and your faith can move towards what you desire and move through life from where you are, not needing anything to be different, but trusting in yourself, believing in yourself, then right now is a very potent period to trust, to believe, and to act on your inspiration. I speak from experience and time again throughout the years that my circumstances told me that it wasn't possible and that I didn't have what I needed or that I wasn't ready because of my experience. But because of that lack of knowledge, because of this or that, and I still did it anyway, that's when the magic happened. And that's when the miracles had unfolded and the synchronicities came and supported me. I've been constantly trying to better myself in some type of business or in my own personal growth into making me something that I can be better from and continue to grow in. And I've always wanted a concrete plan. I've always wanted a complete action taking step plan. I wanted to know exactly what to do and when to do it and have everything in order. But there's a time and place for that. That structure and that support system in some ways is useful and helpful, but there's another aspect to that, a subtle, magical, mysterious aspect that comes from God, which is when you act despite your circumstances, when you take bold, courageous action, even if it's thinking about yourself in a way that your environment would not support or agree with, even if it's feeling towards yourself and feeling towards the opportunities, feeling about your relationships, or feeling about your future in a different way that seems delusional, that seems crazy, that would make people laugh, that's when you got to do it. Even if it's a tiny little action that you can take right now towards your desire, towards your dream, and really from that dream, if you can believe before you see it, if you can trust yourself before there's any evidence, if you can feel with faith that there's anything outside of you that would confirm it, then you cannot fail. And this is the main quality in leaders, visionaries, and entrepreneurs and creators that separates you from just those that give up. And that's the main thing. If you don't give up, then you can't fail. And in the process, if you can devote yourself to the process, if you can love the process and fully be invested day in and day out to the process without it turning your vision of aligning with yourself, of meeting everything that comes up and facing it head on, cultivating that compassion, forgiveness, and perseverance, then you cannot fail. There's nothing outside of you that can stop you, and the only thing that can stop you is you. And that's the good news, because the fuel, the engine that drives you, that's the same source that attracts everything that supports you, that nurtures you in the process and provides for you in the process of all the things that are unseen. They're invisible and you can't anticipate them. They come to you just in the right timing, and they come to you as a reflection of what you're being. The faith, the conviction, and the fortitude within your being, and inner stability and inner knowingness, the consciousness is key. And you already have that key. And that's why you don't need to think you need. That's why you don't need this feeling of readiness that you're waiting for. As if a sign of something will show you when it's time. Make your own signs through courage. Make your own way through your own conviction. And if you're seeing this, you know what that means for you. And that dream is literally one moment away. It only takes one moment, which is right now, to choose you, to choose to act and step into that right now. And whatever that means for you right now, whatever that's calling for you, whatever that's requiring or bringing out of you right now, one action, one creation, one conversation, one new decision to make that difference. So align yourself right now with that vision. Accept yourself with everything that's coming up emotionally, your thoughts, your old memories, resistance in your relationships, seeming not right timing in the economy of the world. Don't take it as a cue or whether you're ready or whether you're capable. For the right thing to do is right now. When you make yourself the source and the power that creates your reality, when you remember that's true, then you become an unstoppable force. When you are open and willing to hear and to meet other people, when you're open and willing to hear and meet other people and yourself, you're not willing to lower your standards, you're not willing to settle, and you're not willing to be deceived first and foremost by mostly your own distractions, by your own outsourcing of power and your own unserving patterns. When you have that quality of conscious and self-knowledge, that self-acceptance, that decisiveness in your awareness and your courageous action, then it's done. And I've done this time and time again. I live by an example, starting through this YouTube channel and through my day trading, through my powerlifting, Me starting to take action on my business ideas and continuously writing them down once they come into my head, because then I'll forget them. And I just started putting out videos. I had no idea. I had been waiting for so long and I thought I needed a camera. I thought I needed the perfect time, but I could have done it so much sooner. And there was nothing waiting on me to do that besides myself. Like, I could have started this years ago if I really wanted to, and I had the full option, but I decided that I should not wait any longer and that this is my time and the time is to do it now. I would be talking about I don't have the right equipment, I don't have enough knowledge, and it's not the right moment to do this yet. And I still started. And it takes a lot of courage for me to even be able to do this right now, because there's so much hate going on in the world and so many people don't want to see you succeed. But you have to not care about that. I love waking up in peace and fulfilled and inspired, and get to have the opportunity to come across this channel and produce that and inspire you guys to take action on your dream. And none of this would have been even believable to my own self of that version of me a year and a half ago, who was waiting on myself to take the action and to start uploading and making content. And it takes one step at a time, but it takes a consistent and constant, persistent alignment with that vision and willingness to meet everything that comes up in the process and not be stopped by it. You have to really feel it, because that's when you notice the only things that have been stopping and blocking you and holding you back are your own feelings. And a lot of these feelings you're probably not even aware of. You might be so used to escaping them or numbing them or ignoring them, pretending like you don't want to put your intention on them because you'd rather focus on feeling good and being positive, which is important and useful, but there's a power within you that is accessed through you, allowing yourself to meet yourself as you are, and the doubts, the fears, the shame, the guilt, and these lower kind of heavy, dense emotions that we'd rather not face, the stories of the past, the beliefs that we have, and the experiences that are unresolved, these hold immense power. And when you can bring those back into the light of your consciousness and integrate them into your beingness, then those little feelings and those little nagging thoughts, those heavy limiting beliefs will not be able to stop you. This is the art of making your unconsciousness conscious. And it's the magic of pursuing a dream, and that's a big and bold dream. Because life is an infinite intelligence, and it brings you exactly what is needed in the perfect timing to show you where you are, but still blind to show you your own limitations. And when you're able to meet those through the aligned, inspired action that you're taking in just the right moments, at just the right time, in just the right way, without having to go and search for these shadows, these unconscious patterns, and these limitations, they appear to you. And every time you meet that energetic boundary of yourself, that outer limit of yourself that you're not even familiar with, then you break through the plateau. You expand your sense of self, and you upgrade your capacity to create and receive. And this is what it truly means to become more conscious, to be the creator of your reality, and to find edges of yourself. So to speak and meet them face on, to find out they're not real, and that that even though they may feel real, that they have validity in their experience and in their emotion, and that they're just another illusion of where you're contained, or of where you're limited. But that is a new frontier, and every time you push through that seeming boundary, you allow yourself to receive ever more of what you desire, even deeper connection of yourself, and an even greater experience of life. That is your true self, an ever expanding, infinite, and eternally valid soul embodied. That's why you are here, to fulfill your desires, to fulfill your purpose, and to create from your heart, and to leave a mark on the world, on the hearts and minds of those around you, and to be an inspiration and virtue of who you're being and creating and what you're becoming. If you're watching this and you're resonating with this and you know what's next for you, please take that action for the sake of your soul and the sake of limited time, relatively speaking, that you have here in this body as you. You will never have this same life again, and you will never have the chance to act again as you. You will never be this young again either. So act as if you're in your last moment. Act as if you knew that it was done. Act despite how you may feel. Take action. You won't regret it. For even if it doesn't work out the way that you think it needs to, you will become the person in the process that will be so more fulfilling than anything that you can create or receive, because that's what you truly wanted to do anyway. So trust yourself, love yourself, and go create what your heart desires.